Hey guys, it's Danny Bell. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 Citycore ideas for your Animal Crossing island, and I'm really excited because we're going to in particular be talking about smaller spaces that you can find ways to sort of decorate those nooks and crannies on your Citycore island. So without further delay, let's get going. I can't wait to share this list with you guys. First on the list is a bookstore. This is something that I created on our Citycore Island Honeybelle 2.0. This is a little bookstore on the rocks. I really love this. If you're like me, I really have a hard time decorating the beaches and in particular the rock areas on my island, but I really like to give them a little bit of love and not leave them undecorated. I really love how this little space came together. We built it right next door to Raymond's famous Starbucks build. If you missed that, we actually did a realistic Citycore style island on Honeybelle, so please check it out if you're new to the channel. But I love this space. It has some cute little partitions to kind of separate it off from the rest of the beach, and just using some of the simple furniture items I think makes a very convincing little bookstore. Next on the list is this tiny little flower shop. Again, utilizing some of the bare space on the rocks on the island, I wanted to create a space that was navigatable but also kind of filled in. This adorable little flower shop, we used these pro partitions over here for leaves, flowers, and by the way, just as always, I will be sure to list all of the custom design codes in these builds today in the description of the video for you guys, so that way if you want to take them back to use on your island, you'll have them readily available. I love the way that this came together. I love the use of the little fall leaves. Now obviously if you're playing in a different season other than fall on your island, you could easily swap out this type of design for cherry blossom petals or snow if you're doing a build in the wintertime. Lots of different options for these types of things, but I really like the concept of also incorporating a villager house. So for this build we also opted to use Marshall's house here and redecorate it, turn it into a little flower shop that's interactive. I love the idea of using a villager house on a build like this. It really does add an extra layer of depth to a build, and if you're able to redecorate the inside of your villager house, I think it just adds that much more interactivity to a build like this, and I really love how it came together. Next, we have a construction zone site. I really love this concept. I feel like this is something that we've all wanted to try at least once since the 2.0 update last year. I love all of these construction zone items, all of the huge machinery and things like the scaffolding, and just using little things like the barricades and even little gyroids hard at work here in a build site like this, I think can really fill in an area on your beach really nicely. Now, of course, you can use this on your main part of your island as well. I've seen some amazing builds where people will dig down into the ground and create a dig site sort of vibe going on, but in this particular area, I wanted to really fill in the beaches. I think that the leaves, again, add another great layer. Using the custom designs, especially since you cannot terraform on the beaches on Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I think using things like this dormant volcano here on the beach in this brown tone can really make a convincing pile of dirt next to some of the machinery in the game. Just adding things like trash cans that can be useful items, as well as an outhouse, porta potty, all of those funny things in the game, I think really tie the build together, and it really does take up a nice space on the beach. All right, next we have a Peninsula newsstand. I love this idea. I think there's a lot of different ways that you can decorate a peninsula, from terraforming it up higher if you have a broader sized peninsula. Something like this that's sort of more narrow, I think that is a bit of a challenge to do terraforming on. So why not use a bunch of items in the game to sort of create this cute little newsstand? Again, using some of the pro design standees for this magazine and newspaper stand over here, as well as things to make it more realistic like the Statue of Liberty, and even this fortune cookie cart. The pocket camp item is a really great touch to use on a build like this on your island. Next, we have a Brownstone Appartments. This is a really fun illusion that you can make. Now, I did also turn my beach area into this as well, using a lot of the street codes to kind of create the look of the main part of the island spilling over to the beach. I think can really make a nice seamless transition. So if you're not looking to make standalone beaches on your island or leave them natural, I think it's a really great way to sort of incorporate the beaches into the main parts of your island by using something like this street code and sidewalk code to sort of blend everything together, and then using things like these storefronts and simple panels with these adorable window patterns can really make a cute little convincing building that you can put right on your beach, and it's a nice simple build that fills in the area nicely. Next on the list, we have an interactive gas station. Now, this one is one of my faves. I did not showcase this build on the Honeybelle playlist for an individual build video, but I really loved how it came together. It was a fairly small space right next to Frida's house, and if you're familiar with the playlist, we actually did a 7-Eleven store for Frida, so I wanted to do something that could sort of co-mingle with her house interior that looks sort of like a convenience store slash gas station. So we went ahead and created this BP gas station, including this adorable car wash. I really love this. So many fun things to play around with, and just using things like this amazing machine over here, and then I've actually hidden a Cosmos shower here behind the building, and with the angle just the right way, it sort of makes it look like a convincing car wash with the water coming down in the background. We also used a lot of things like the stacked tires and then a few little store shelves over here to kind of give the look of the convenience store here outside, and then using things like the cars and the gas pumps with the customization code, I think really ties the whole build together. Next on the list, we have a Beachside Carnival. Now, I know guys, this is definitely one that most of us have done at least once or twice on our islands. I just love the idea of a carnival, and in particular, after the 2.0 update with the added plaza items, I just love how expansive you can make an area like this on your island. So not only do we have this adorable Ferris wheel and the little duck hunt area for the game stand, we also have the iconic teacups, which I know some of us really can't stand because they are super loud and obnoxious. But I really love the color tonations. I love that Nintendo gave us a whole bunch of different color tonations for this set of items. Whether you do something like this black and white or the red and white, the colorful, even the pastel, I think can be really super cute on the right island, and just again be a really great space that you can use to fill in your beach areas and just create a nice fun space that lights up the night skies of your Citycore island. Next, we have a mini movie theater. This one, again, another beach build. I thought it would be fun to create an outdoor movie theater. I've seen so many amazing builds in our Animal Crossing community pertaining to this. Just using minimal items like the popcorn cart and a covered stand over here with some popcorn and a little cash register, and then using things like a public bench, some cushions stacked up over here, and a cotton candy machine along with the movie projector and screen. I think it's just a very simple, easy build that most of us can aspire to make on our islands. Doesn't take up a whole lot of space, so if you're looking for something to kind of fill in either a beach area or just a small little area on your island that you're not sure what to do with, I think this is a really good go-to option. I've seen so many amazing designs in our community, including using cushions or even a drive-in area using some of the vehicles. I think is a great idea if you have a larger area to fill in. Just all in all, lots of different options now that they've introduced this movie screen item. Okay, next on the list we have a garbage dump. Now, okay guys, this is a little fringy, but hey, it's been incredibly popular in our community to create all sorts of abandoned type of towns. There's been entire islands dedicated to this particular theme. So if you're not into decorating your entire island with loads of garbage and trash, I highly recommend just saving a small portion of it on the backside of your island or on your beach to sort of create this messy, chaotic type of build. This was probably one of the most fun builds I did on the Citycore island, which seems silly, but I just really love it. I love the use of the garbage bags, love the idea of being able to use the abandoned shopping carts and the old car, all of those things, including all of the cardboard furniture. I mean, truthfully, we've all been looking for an excuse to use the cardboard sofa somewhere, and I think this is the perfect type of build for that. And last but not least, for number 10 on our list, we have a mini mall. Now, this was a section of the island I was really struggling with what to do. I ended up going with a 2-level area over here and created 2 stores side by side. On one side, a pizzeria, on the other side, a laundromat. So we're going to showcase both of these here for this item. I love the concept of using this really super cute pizza signage along with all of the new food items that we got with the 2.0 update. I think it's a really amazing opportunity to be able to create fun little restaurants on our islands with the pizza and salad and all of those cute, adorable things. And then creating this space side by side, I think with the 2-level sections really just gives the build a little bit of added depth. So I'm going to go ahead and walk over here and show you what it looks like from the bottom. Yes, love this. I love the idea of having these lit wide display cases right here. They look beautiful at night. If you have an island that you're planning on uploading the dream to at night, I highly recommend using some of these wide display cases, and then adding things like this custom design with the washing machine and dryer. I really love this. I think it really makes a convincing little laundromat, and then using things like a little bit of this fencing here behind on the top level, on the second level of the build, I think really fills in nicely, and then using a lot of the clothing items and clothing line racks, those sorts of things, stacked clothes and a towel basket, I think really fills in the build perfectly. Again, you can see here at the top we have a few washing machines and dryers, using things like this little store basket, anything like that, including this plastic container that I think really looks like a convincing laundry soap container. I think is perfect for this type of build. All in all, I just love the idea of these two things being side by side on my island. It reminds me of the days of going to the laundromat, washing your clothes and hanging out and getting a bite of pizza while you're waiting for your clothes to dry. Again, for anyone here on the channel, I will be sure to put the custom design codes in the description of the video for you guys. So if you're looking for ways to create these small spaces on your Citycore island, you'll have them readily available. And I'm just so happy to be able to share these ideas with you guys today. Alright guys, I think that is all for today's video. I hope that these 10 ideas gave you a little bit of inspo on what you can do on your Animal Crossing City Island. If you'd like to visit any of these builds in person, please check out the dream address for my Realistic City Island Honeybelle 2.0. The DA is listed here, and just as a reminder, you can find me on Instagram at Peppy Crossing Play. I always love to hear from you guys. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate each and every one of you so much. I can't thank y'all enough. Don't forget to like the video if you like this type of content and want to see more, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you'll receive notifications when I post new content on the channel. Wishing you all an amazing day, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.